it's doing just by his movements.
And able to get this to the 31.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 31, Fields escaping the pressure right toward the sideline, and look at that catch, dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 23 yards on the play. From the 8, they've got it first and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. His 5th rushing touchdown on the year, number 7 overall. And the Bears take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Out of his end zone, here comes Jalen Reagor. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's got room down the left sideline. Touchdown! I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And the final number, pretty impressive courtesy of Next Gen Stats, 21.4 miles per hour. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
On 2nd and 9, Fields. He's going to float this over the middle deep, and that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And this ball is going to be touched down just shy of midfield. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Justin Jefferson bringing in the slant. Touchdown, Vikings! Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
And that should serve as a big warning to this defense. They know now that they have to stick close to these receivers because they have the ability to break games wide open after the catch. And that one wound up in the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats. Joseph on for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings move it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. 4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
23 yards, the final tally. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing, Cousins. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Moore, the man in motion. 3rd and long for Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And this one dropped in the end zone. Oh, looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg. But how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Well, in every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one. Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Now here's Trenton Gill on to punt. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. The Vikings hit 3-1 here through their first 4 games, and they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
He's got a man complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
But you have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. From the red zone now, Cousins. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Cousins. And he's got this to Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Joseph connects on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Zadarius Smith, that is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They snap it to Fields. Left side, got Jones. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 42. Back to throw, Fields. And this one is incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Fields. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Throwing again is Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. And they'll get him down at the 34. And he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Facing this big first half deficit, they keep the field goal unit on the sideline. They're going for it. Jones has it. They find some open field here. Touchdown, Chicago.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. Santos with the extra point, and the lead down to 10, 24-14. Here's Rager. He's going to bring this one out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Forced out to his left. Looking downfield for Jones. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I should have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. Here's Rager. He's going to bring this one out. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Cousins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Cousins. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up. From the gun, here's Fields. Looking end zone for Jones. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Velus Jones, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here's Rager. He's going to bring this one out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just...
There he goes, left side. 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Joseph connects on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Fields over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. Fields to Kmet there for a Chicago first.
Cole Kmet started to look like the 2nd-round pick Chicago made in 2020, catching 60 passes for over 600 yards. Both of those are the most for a Bears tight end since 2014. Certainly hoping to build on those numbers this season with plays like that.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Zadarius Smith able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Well, you could almost see his eyes light up defensively. I mean, as a linebacker, that's about as quick as you can get to a quarterback.
So what did your 3rd-grade teacher teach you about straight lines, right? As soon as you have those, you take full advantage of them. He found a gap in the offensive line, got to the quarterback, and put him on the deck.
And out across midfield down to the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Give that sack to Harrison Phillips, the big man.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Fields now to throw. Completion here to Claypool. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
Bottom line is that he is just something else as a runner because there are not many QBs in this league who can rip off a game that big, and he did it with the defense giving him a little extra attention after he hit him on a run earlier this series.
From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
2nd and 5 now. Fields. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
He certainly did his best to find something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, avoiding the sack and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. The offense on 3rd down, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bears. Darnell Mooney, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away. Here's Rager. He's going to bring this one out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I don't want to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, with the run that they've been on the other sideline, this is down to a 3-point game. They got to be careful.
Not much space from their back to the wall, though. So you're exactly right. They've got to be careful here. But this is where the value of note-taking and recall comes into play. What was working earlier? Why was it working? Can you get those types of matchups again? And can you run those plays that get you a little bit more breathing room and a little bit of space?
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. 3rd and short yardage, Cousins. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking 1st down.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them. As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
On 2nd and 10, Cousins out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. That his 1st catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. They go play action. Cousins. And quickly, he just gets that ball out of there. Not quite sure what he was doing, and here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself confident.
Back to Montgomery on second down. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So third down and a field goal from here would be right about 50 yards as they try to get closer. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to fourth down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
Fourth down, Fields has to have this one. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the offense will recover, but it won't make much difference here. This will still be a turnover on downs. The Bears tried it on fourth down, unable to convert. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Now Cook hit, and he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. To throw again on second down. Cousins. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 34. Cousins gives way to Cook. And some room to work. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now Cousins. This is caught. Touchdown! Dalvin Cook with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Vikings are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Joseph connects on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. On first down, Fields. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. And he'll be up upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
On fourth down, Fields. He's got Claypool. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, Bears. Chase Claypool, 75 yards. And the Bears' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. When you're trailing in the fourth quarter, you got to take some chances you might not normally take, and here, that one pays off big time.
And you have to think to yourself, not only did that pay off big time for them, but what was going on the opposite side of the ball? They know that they have to take a chance here. They know they have to come up with something big, yet it still happens. So credit the execution, but wonder what the defense was doing.
And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3 and out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. Stopped on the play by Jaquan Brisker. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Cook again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. 3rd down, here's a run by Cook. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. 159 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Give to Cook out of the gun. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Fielded right around the 8. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
Complete to Jones. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Now Fields. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
If this offense can't get it done, they'll think back to just a few plays and say to themselves, this was a winnable game, and we let it get away. Still a chance to save it, but time's definitely running out.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles's defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign, and it did that. For both sides, visit it and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player on the offensive side of the ball. Those guys had a blast. One team came away with victory, even better for them.
So for the Vikings, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Bears, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they will be back home next week for a date with Washington.